What's happening in Sri Lanka is it's quite significant right now. And when I was there a couple of months ago, everything was normal. Yeah. So it's unraveled quite quickly. I met with the government and the state bank and everything, and everybody was aware that this is coming. But at that time, even back in February, everybody was quite confident that we would find a solution. And now, it's pretty serious, right? There's 13-hour power cuts, and the telcos, they just don't have diesel to power their generators, which means that for a big part of the day and for a big part of the country, there's just no data coverage, right? You cannot use the internet, so it feels pretty serious. But I'm also confident. I mean, other countries have gone through this before. There's active discussions with the IMF, so a solution will be structured. For me, it's more a question of time. I just hope it happens quickly and doesn't take.
How many employees are there in Sri Lanka? How big is the Sri Lankan
400,
team?
400. Yeah.
400. Yeah. And I believe 22 million is the population of Sri Lanka. Again, it looks super grim at the moment. Yeah. How is the team doing?
The team is doing okay. Sri Lanka has been absolutely our star performer in the last 2 years. They've had a phenomenal run. So it's a country where it's just a few years ahead of where Nepal is in terms of, for example, payment adoption, smartphone penetration, and all these kind of basic infrastructure facilities that you need to scale the business. And that's just worked, right? It's just been a super strong market for us. So I think we also have a little bit of buffer because the country has done so well that even if we're going into a tough 6 months, we'll be fine, right? And the team also knows that. And that's, in a time like this, it's also a good time to have a strong strategic shareholder, right? That they know that it's not like we're going to run out of cash, right? We will be fine, and we will take care of our employees. So they know that we're doing that. We're also doing exceptional things to make sure that they get by because, price inflation is crazy, is high everywhere, but in Sri Lanka in particular, it's been really, really bad. So we're trying to help out our employees. They're doing okay. Actually, the business is also doing surprisingly okay. We thought it would be a lot tougher, but as Sanjay said, that in a time like this, when it's sometimes hard to find the products that you're looking for in other places, and it's also hard to navigate the prices that you're paying for them because they're fluctuating so much. E-commerce actually becomes the go-to destination because you can always find it, and it's usually also the best price. So we've actually had a pretty good last couple of months.
I want to jump into other countries that you're at, which I haven't talked about at all. Myanmar.
Yeah.
How is the situation right now? Especially again, when I was in Myanmar, I'm going to jump into this. When I was in Myanmar, it was a democracy and a really good time, and I got to meet the amazing people of Myanmar. I left a small piece of my heart in Bagan, in this place called Bagan. How is it now, and how is the economic situation at the moment?
It's tough. So I'm an optimist by nature. Yeah. But it's a little bit hard for me to be optimistic about Myanmar right now because the prospects are just not great. I mean, the economic reality is actually okay. Things are stabilizing. Things are coming back to normal. Businesses are open. People going back to work, and life goes on, right? So on the ground, life goes on. But of course, for us, it's very difficult to navigate the kind of the political landscape, and how do we invest in a business where the political system is so unstable. So for us right now, we're still in Myanmar, but we've scaled it back quite significantly to more be in let's wait and see rather than let's grow as fast as possible. So we're still there. We're still taking care of our team. We have a responsibility to our team to make sure that we help them through this time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't foresee any major change anytime soon. So I think the situation is what it is. But we're trying to navigate it as best as we can.
And again, let's hope for the best. I'll leave it to that.
And I agree with you. It's such a beautiful and amazing country.
It is.
I think literally it could be the next Thailand. Right, they have
no shadow of a doubt.
They have the tourism, they have the beaches, they have the nature, they have the natural resources. So, but I'll also leave it there.
Yeah.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notification.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios. Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube. Make sure that you also listen to us on Spotify.